Hello everybody, thank you for joining me, and I'm back, Jane Morton, your psychic counsellor, and tonight we're going to keep it nice and light and fluffy. No Grinchies in the audience, please. It's fluffy Christmas time, so no Grinches, even though I felt a little bit like it. So anyone that's new, I am a psychic counsellor, tarot medium, healer, holistic therapist, you name it, I do it these days. So the show is normally psychic counselling. It's for people to ask me questions, whether it be personal, spiritual, and I try and answer them as truthfully and as honestly as I know. I'm not a conventional counsellor. I'm a psychic counsellor, but I am qualified in that. But like I said, tonight, as it's a build up to the week before Christmas, well, the week of Christmas, let's try and keep it a little bit more light tonight. Let's try and make it a little bit fun. I will still do readings, and of course I will answer anything you want to ask, but you know, let's try and get into the Christmas spirit. So on that note, and just quickly, it has been announced that we have now had 3.4 million views on this channel, so well done everybody that's tuned in to watch us. We are very grateful and very excited. Oh yes, and a big happy birthday to Terry, our lovely Terry, our admin. So hope she's had lots of fun. I still expect her to tune in though, with her drinking around. So Mr. P, let's have some hellos. Hello. Hello, Mr. P. Come on, I can't see nothing on my screen. Yeah, I don't want, so here we go. Mr. P starting the Christmas spirit. He's just giving me loads of hellos in the ears, but I can't see any of your comments, people. Hello, Tracy. Oh, and remember, we stream to YouTube and Facebook. Hello, LJA. Good evening to you. Hi, Laura McPartland. You connected to Ant? Or is that somebody else? Hi, Julie Brinkley. Hi, Jodie. Hello, lovely Kim Byrne. Hi, Stay Sure. Hi, Jill Sauder. Hello, Claire Colbeck. Hello, Olivia Louise. Hi, Elaine Walker. I'll get this right. Hi, Nina Lee. Yay. Hello, Julie McCafferty. Hi, Trish. Cute little doggy. Hi, Queen O. Hello to Sally Law. Hi, Casey. Hello, lovely Tina Place. And a lovely Heidi. Hope you're feeling a little bit better, Heidi. Hi, Christine. Hi, Millie B. Hello to Izzy. I don't know about this one, Mr. P. Alison. Hi, Alison. Only joking. And there she is, our lovely Terry, coming to watch me on her birthday. Bless her. Hi, Kimbo. Oi, oi to you back. Hi, Colin Greenfield. Hi, Corey. I'm freezing tonight. Who's freezing tonight? Who's in England feeling very cold today? I am for sure. So yeah, let me know where you are, people, as well. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you ready for Christmas? Show me some of your Christmas pictures if you can. Let's see who's got some lovely Christmas decks up. Okay, also, Facebook's obviously constantly changing its rules and regs and what it wants us to do and what it doesn't want us to do. And we've noticed that it is only showing comments now to people that like and follow. And no, that isn't a ploy, people. We're not trying to get you to like and follow our page. It's literally what Facebook is doing. If you don't like somebody or follow them, you're not going to see their posts. And you may have noticed it in your own private personal accounts. So it is like Facebook is doing. So if you want to see your comments come out and you want us to see them, please do like and follow. And if you want to, I won't physically see them, so I won't be able to see you. So I won't be ignoring you. Just be mindful, I won't be able to see it. And if you want to throw some love arts in, please do. So Mr. P's gone. He's gone off to his Christmas shopping. I think it's left me to it. See, I'm joking, Mr. P. So I don't know what he's doing actually, because I'm not seeing any comments coming up. So even none of you are liking me. Hello, Christine. Christiane. It's all gone quiet in the back. Hi, Megan from Rawley Regis. Oh, lovely old picture, isn't it? Okay. I think we're done there. Hi, Denise Smith. Hi, Tyler McDowell. Hi, Natalie Bentley. Hi, Julie Enzel. Hi, Sandra Martin. And hi to Alison Elliott. Sally Ann Knightley. Sorry, we're having a glitch, so Mr. P's shouting the names down my microphone and I'm shouting them out. Okay. So you people aren't liking me because I can't see your comments. Hi, Trish Cook. I think we've done Trish actually earlier. Hi, Michelle Smith. Hi, Jeanette Turner. Hi, I think we've done Colin Greenfield. Jolene or Johnny? Johnny Holes. Hi, Johnny. Hollis. Hi to Bernadette Connolly. Hi to Nicola Humphreys. Hi to Rosemary. Hi to Paula Stanley. Hi to Rosemary Bygraves. So that's no good, isn't it? I can't see no comments. So I can't see no people asking me questions. Well, I'm a psychic. I can always try and tune in myself. So, can you see anything, Mr. P? Okay. Hello to Kelly McKeaton. Big loves to you too. So, will everything be okay tomorrow for my daughter, please? Okay, Trish. Let's get you a card. I've got Harmony for Trish. Number 6, Mr. Producer. Yeah. Trish, I hope Trish can comment back on this. When you asked that question, and I was trying to tune in, picking the card, I got straight away some kind of procedure. It may, even though Harmony's showing me some kind of reunion, and if you're seeing it, it's showing someone together, and it might be seen as a relationship or a celebration. I got some kind of procedure. I was shown that she was having something done. But that said, I suppose the harmony element of that is showing that this is necessary to be done. it's to help with something. I'm getting, it's a really weird feeling. I'm getting a flow of something. I feel like something needs to flow better. So let me know if that's making any sense. I'm getting that, obviously, as mums, we always worry. We always, for some reason, I'm going towards my throat now as well. We always worry about our children. It doesn't matter what age they are. Never, they can be mothers themselves. We will always worry. I'm not getting any feeling of unrest, I suppose is the way I'm going to say it. And I'm very mindful because we're on a live show, and also we have to be careful what we say and don't say. There's certain areas we're not allowed to talk about when we're live. But the safest way to say it, I don't feel there's anything negative that's going on. Whatever this is, it has to be done. But it is swaying me because it's making me think of this procedure or something that needs to be done to make something flow. I feel like there's some kind of drainage or blockage thing going on. But it is also then moving me after the Christmas period. There's something, I feel like there's some kind of celebration that has been put on hold. She's in court. That's a blockage in itself. What a week now so I am getting some kind of celebration after Christmas, something that's telling me that something that's going to be at peace is the only way I'm going to do it. Now, again, we don't do legal matters. We can get in serious trouble when we discuss legal matters. So that harmony is telling me this is going to come to an end. I do feel that after Christmas, there's something around the Christmas, there is going to be something worth smiling about. There's going to be peace. That natural flow I was talking about, that blockage, I feel like it's and I suppose it is a procedure. Going to court is a procedure. It's a procedure that has to be done. So that blockage finally is going to come out. The flow is going to be now. I do sense it may not be everything she wished for, but the outcome will be for the best because it will finally put things to bed and it will be a lot calmer in what's going on. So I'm also getting a lot of discomfort around the heart. So I'm guessing this is some kind of relationship issue, matter, and that could be a partnership of a relationship as partners or a business partner, but I am feeling it's a little bit more with the heart. So yes, I think it will be calmer. After Christmas, things will be calmer. It may not be the 100% outcome that she wanted, but it certainly will put everything to bed, and there will be a natural flow, because that's what I felt. I wanted to move a blockage and then everything will flow naturally. So I hope that makes sense. Like I said, we have to be very careful talking about legal matters on air. We can't do legal, medical, financial, pregnancy. We have to be very careful. I know people can do that in private readings, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't do that myself in a private reading. But when we're on air, we have a lot of people watching us that will be very quick to shut us down. So, but yeah, like I said, it won't be 100%, but it will finally put peace. So I hope that makes sense. And thank you, Trish. There's a way to describe a court case, isn't it? A blockage with a nice flow. But that's probably how I'd sum up my court case when I went to court for the affairs of the heart. Lovely Heidi, I have a question. Will Alison get married this year, and will me, you and Terry and Mr. P be bridesmaids? The question to that, Heidi, is no. Me and Mr. P definitely won't be bridesmaids. My bridesmaids and my wife days are over. And Mr. P doesn't like to be seen in public, but you and Terry can be one. So, lovely Alison, if you want to get married, let us all know. We're broadcasting it. Who needs OK Magazine when you can be on SPTV having a live broadcast of your wedding? So there you go. Heidi, ask me a serious question. Oh, Karen McCarran, but Cannon. I would like to know if I should take this new job. Oh. Okay. Solitude I've got. Mr. P, number 9. Karen, I've just got someone around me come in, and I've got a name mark around them. Let me know if that makes any sense to you. I've just got the name mark when I was trying to think about your job, and also this new job. Please, I'm no way being disrespectful, but when you said I got the new job, I thought, what do you apply for it for if you didn't want to take it? That was my reaction, but I didn't feel like I was saying that, so I do apologise. But I also felt this job was more of a promotion. It's like you set out to apply for it, but you thought, oh, why not? Yeah, why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? But I think you've been having doubts on whether you actually want the responsibility. The solitude card tells me straight away it's really hard when people are trying to look for jobs or looking for houses or anything that's going to affect or turn your life around a little bit or make it changes. No one likes changes. Some people thrive off it, but on the whole, most of us don't take well to changes. We like things to be done gradually and we don't like things thrown at us. But when we go and look for changes, and for some reason this job has been thrown your way, whether you intentionally looked for it or you were manifesting it about thinking, when we do that, there is something obviously still in our lives that is making us look somewhere, because we're either at a stalemate or we're feeling a little bit out of sorts and we just want to change or shake things up. And sometimes we do it without realizing we're doing it. For me, I would say the solitude is saying you need to sit very carefully and make sure that it is what you want to do on the long term basis, because I do feel it's a bit like, oh, if I don't do it, someone else will have come in, and you didn't really want that to happen. But you have to ask yourself, why did you go for it? What made you go for it? There's something that was gnawing away at you. It's in the bush for 2 weeks. It's in the bush. Australia. Okay. Thanks for saying that, because that could have come out such a different way, couldn't it? In the bush. In this country, it wouldn't have been. Yeah. So now we're lighting it up. In this country, Karen, anyone in the bush would be up in court with Trish's daughter, I can assure you. But yeah, if it's something's giving me an air of excitement. It's funny you say it's in the bush as well, because obviously the card has got quite a lot of red around it. I'm now seeing quite sort of barren land, lots of excitement. If there's something that you're doing and it's a change or a challenge and you're up for the challenge, then you should do it. If it's only for 2 weeks, 2 weeks, nothing. I mean, when you think what we've all had to experience for such a long time now, if it's a change and something that will uplift you, then do it. And the solitude, I'm guessing then you're going to be in quite an isolated area. Obviously, the bush would be quite isolated with a few kangaroos and wallabies coming through. So I would say, look at how you feel. Are you more excited than scared? Everyone would be scared. It's because it's a challenge and new excitement. But if there's excitement there, do it, because what's 2 weeks of your life? So for me, I would say definitely do it. Just make sure you're prepared for it. Just make sure you've covered all your safety aspects. But go with it and enjoy the challenge, because I do feel it's a challenge. I feel like it's something that's. But again, is it related to a job where you've sort of upped yourself to do it, to give yourself more opportunity, or you were at a stalemate? Because I keep getting the word stalemate around you. I feel like you had to do something to just sort of get your mojo back or get your drive back. But the solitude card is telling me, yes, you're going to be in a barren, open land. There's, not that I've ever been to Australia, but I'm more than aware of how some of the land looks. I've got family that live out there. So I'd say if the challenge is giving you the buzz, then do it. And actually, 2 weeks, what a great retreat. What a great retreat. That's the solitude. Yeah. But, sometimes 2 weeks of finding yourself and being yourself and overcoming challenges or doing something just a little bit out your comfort zone is an amazing opportunity. So my gut says do it. Do it, because I think you'll find a new Karen at the end of it, or a Karen that's been hiding away, or a Karen that's got lost a little bit over the years. So I'd say do it. There's no reason I'd say not to do it. So I hope that helps, Karen. In the bush. And sorry for joking, but we are terrible over here. If anyone jumped out in the bush over here, they would definitely be arrested. Thank you. You are right. I'm scared. Thank you for a kick in the ass. Anyone would be scared of solitude out in a barren, I keep calling that beautiful country barren, but that open land, of course you'd be scared. But you know what an amazing time to recoup, recharge, and find out who the real Karen is. So I definitely would do it. I think we could all do it with a 2-week break to ourselves. So yeah, good luck, and let us know how you get on in the new year. So Mr. P, we got any wallabies? Will I manifest my goals next year, Rebecca Jane? I was talking about I knew it had come sooner or later. My teeth wouldn't work and my mouth wouldn't work. I was talking about manifestations earlier on to a friend, and I was talking about vision boards, because obviously the reason people do vision boards is because it's to visualize what you want. And sometimes we underestimate the power of what we actually manifest or visualize. And we have to be very mindful, if we were working that way, to make sure we are really putting our goals on the table, literally. I was telling my friend that I'd done a vision board, and in the middle of it was a picture of a house near a beach that I wanted to. I thought, oh, that's nice, open, spacious and all that, and I'd love to live there. And I didn't realise it was still on the middle of this vision board, because the vision board was put away to a side, and I realised I actually do live there. Not quite as elaborate, but I live in something similar near the sea, and it made me realise that had to come off my vision board if I seriously was thinking of moving on in the foreseeable future, because I'd obviously kept that there. It was keeping me here. I've picked number 5, obstacles and challenges, for you, Rebecca. And I'm going to say straight away with that, because our goals and what we want and what we actually achieve, we are our own worst enemy for that. You got that up, Mr. P? Because we put our own obstacles in the way. We are the ones that we get a challenge and we will give in straight away and go, oh no, I can't do it. Some people love the thrill of it, like I've just said to the previous lady. Some people would jump at opportunities like that, and other people, it would be out their comfort zone. So for me, the obstacles at the moment to manifest your goals, you've got to overcome what the goals are, because I think at the moment your goals are a little bit, I feel like they're a little bit staggered. There's a few goals that might not quite yet be realistic, and that doesn't mean nothing's realistic. It just means at the moment you're not quite ready to do those. You've got some small ones, but you've got some ones that are a little bit too far forward, and you've got to take some stepping stones towards them. There is nothing impossible to do. It doesn't matter what it is. Most people underestimate what they can achieve and what they can't. So I would say go back to these goals. I've just got a travelling sensation with you. As one of the goals, trying to move somewhere, I've just felt I was moving stuff and going further afield. Doesn't feel moving house. I feel like you're actually travelling somewhere. Sometimes we have to go back and start at the drawing board a little bit and be realistic to some of the things we're setting. We have a dream or an idea, which again people can call a goal, but we get a little bit cloudy with that and forget the bit in between. We still need to work on that. We still need to make sure the plans are in place. So for at the moment, there are a few obstacles I'm feeling around this planned trip. If it is overseas or a big move, then obviously that would make sense with the current climate, and also be more scary because people are worried about making moves like that at the moment. But I am feeling that some of these obstacles are man-made by you. You need to strip it back a little bit. I'm getting something beginning with T, and it's really mad. I'm trying to. Obviously, the previous lady was from Australia, wasn't she, Mr. P? I felt she was in Australia. I'm getting the word. Please, I'm not going to offend anyone. I don't know if it's Transylvania or transvestite. I can't get it clearly enough. But let me know, Rebecca, if that's making any sense to you, because I do feel this is a big. No, it's more trans something. Trans could be. I thought Transylvania, but I thought, is it because I'm still in Australia? But let us know, Rebecca. But you can manifest. We stop it, Tasmania devil in a minute. You can manifest anything you want, but you have to be realistic in how you set those goals, and you have to be mindful of what you want, because we can want something, but what we actually think and do is two different things. And it's our thoughts that are more powerful, and it's the thoughts that you put out there that will come back, not what you think you want, what you're actually, it's like saying, oh, I'd really like that big house, but I'll never get it. Well, as soon as you put I never get it on the end, well, you're not going to get it. And that's where people go wrong. And I feel the obstacles are man-made with you at the moment. They're obstacles that you can't see past. I'm not saying other things haven't come in, but bear that in mind. So let us know, Rebecca. Hi, Anne. Merry Christmas to you too. I didn't put my board up today, people. I thought you could see my wonky, well, I think it's wonky, but it might be my eyesight, Christmas tree, which I've only just put up. Hi, Jean Cochran Duffy from Canada. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Anne. Hi, Diane Lawson. Hi, Tilly Mayer. Yeah, is it my first time from South Africa? Thank you. Paula Stanley. Will my chaotic family ever get along? Christmas is yet another write-off for us. I'm struggling to detach being the mediator. I'm stuck in the middle trying to make it work. Oh, Paula, before we come on air, we were chatting. Do we keep the show light-hearted? Do we make it nice and fluffy for Christmas? And I said, let's go with the flow, because I am a psychic counsellor. That is what I do. People aren't all about Christmas. People are still struggling with Christmas. People are left alone at Christmas. This is not always a happy time of year, despite all the stuff we see around us. And the biggest thing is families not getting on, especially when you marry into families or your children grow up and marry on. There's always going to be somebody that's going to be the fly in the ointment, or the one that's drunk in the bathroom. I've just picked for you Solar Plexus Chakra, number 3, Mr. P. Quite ironic, as you said, you're fed up being the mediator. Our solar plexus sits just under our ribcage, just under our breastbone. It's for energy workers, spiritual workers. It's where we hold most of our energy. Once we've balanced our chakras in place, we go back to that area and we tend to hold, we could hold our chaos, is the word you've used. And that's where we beam more energy and continue to grow strength from when we're working spiritually. It's weird because it reminds me of the sun, you know, like when the sun rises, not when it goes down. And for me, it's a bit like you're the mediator because you're the one that tries to please everyone. You are pretty much the son of the family. You're the one that's bright and tries to see every side of the story. But you know what? Sometimes it comes to a time where that sun's just a little bit too hot to touch. Well, none of us could get in it if we wanted to. And you do need to step away, because you shouldn't be mediating between people or stuck in the middle, because you also have your own commitments and you also are a person yourself where you need to do what's right for you. And I've always felt if someone is trying to help other people and they're just trying to sort something out and it's not working, then step away, because it's not fair. They're not listening because at the moment they're not willing to listen, or whatever the problem is. I've just got 2 men. Is this based on mainly two men? There seems to be. I've got 2 very strong male energies. I've felt. I feel like there's 2 male energies. I'm going to say it could be a woman with a male personality, but I feel that this whole thing's around 2 men. I don't know if it's brothers. I'm trying to work out what I'm seeing there, but I really would say. Chaotic family, if you're finding as well that you've got to go round and visit different people at different times because you can't sit in the same room with them because they can't be civil, or they're argumentative, or they're being, I'm going to say the word pathetic actually. Now please don't take offense, but that's a word that I've just been given, that some people are acting a little bit pathetic, then I would step away and have your own Christmas. That said, the 2 men, I'm going from brothers to sons. I don't know if this is your own children. Can you let us know, Paula, if it's that close? But again, then go and spend it with the people in your family that don't cause so much grief. But it is a hard time of year because we go out of our way to please everybody, and we should be pleasing ourselves. You've put yes, definitely. Is that definitely men, brothers, or definitely sons? Let us know. But you know, some people work. So when they get their Christmas break off, they just want to relax. And what you don't want to be doing is pleasing everybody else when you should be relaxing. for the first time ever in my life, I've always worked around Christmas. I've always worked Boxing Day over the years, but for the first time ever in my life, I will be working from tomorrow right through to Boxing Day. I've never done it in my life, so I'm a bit too old to be doing it. But I'm still getting time to see my family. It's my brother and my mother. Is she quite a strong-willed person? Because I felt very strong male energies. But yeah, for the first time, I will still see my family, and I will see my family at the times I need to see them. And I've got my own children as well. And then I'll be back home with my PJs on and a little Bailey's in my hand to celebrate. We have to start looking after ourselves. Christmas is not to go and put yourself in the middle of a war, and if people can't be nice to each other, it's not our job to sort it out. So I want you to draw from your solar plexus and be more mindful that it is your time as well. Yes, very, very strong person, my mum. Paula, can I just say, without, I don't want to be disrespectful, is it your mum that's caused this problem? Because I do feel there's an element there of someone, I feel like I want to dig my heels down. Someone's being a little bit unnecessary, is the word I'm going to use. But, then go and see your mum for a short period and then spend it with the people you want to. Because Christmas is not to sit in a war zone, and Christmas is not to please everybody else and be on tenterhooks. I swore I'd never do. Well, I haven't. I've been very lucky. I've always done the Christmas thing for years. My eldest is 32, nearly 33. I've always done Christmas. And I've always seen my children on Boxing Day. I've always done the Boxing Day thing. This is the first year that they're all looking after me, and I'm quite happy with that. But I've been very lucky. We've always had a big, strong family, and it's only when people pass that we found our family is getting smaller and smaller. But, I know that other people do suffer. And I've always had parents that have divorced, as of my children, obviously. So I know how hard it is to try and fit everybody in, but you do what's best for you. So, Paula, do what makes you happy. Don't please everybody else, and don't be around people arguing, because it's too draining. So I hope that helps. Weirdest thing, I've got Bay City Rollers in my head. Let me know if that makes any sense to you. Hi, Joanne Garden. Did that lady come back about the mark? I can't. No. I feel like this person's around me still. Debbie Carr, lovely to be with you tonight. Lovely to be with you. Look at that, with a cocktail in her hand. Hi, Aim Bowden. Hello there. I feel like I've had a Bailey's already. I mean, eyesight's all. Hi, Jane. Do you have any advice on shadow work, Olivia? Oh, I never used to do anything like that, Olivia. If you're new to watching me, I struggled with my mediumship. I've only gone back into it. It was the first thing that I probably did from a young age. It was definitely the first thing I was doing from a young age. It was definitely the thing that went through my teens and my early 20s. But I got so much negativity from it, I stepped away from my mediumship side. So I've only more recently in lockdown gone back to my mediumship side, because it sort of knocks at the door until you sort of deal with it. And in doing so, and going back for a process of working with my mediumship skills, I did do some shadow work in some classes. And I never really understood it, because I am what you see is what you get. I'm not one of I don't go to the churches, and I don't go to lots of groups and circles, and I'm very private in my own workshops. I do one-to-one workshops with people, and I do it more for them to learn their way, not to be like me. I try and enhance them to come out and be themselves. And I just pick things up as I go along, or some things have come to me naturally, and I've realised that I obviously knew them. So shadow work was quite new to me until last year, same as trancing, when we've watched the lovely Polly on here and others. There's areas now where I see that I've been overshadowed, and I've obviously maybe going down that route. But the shadow work in itself, ironically, I did a meditation today on removing my ego. And it might sound a bit weird, but that's what our shadow side is. Removing my ego from me, stepping it out of my body so that I could do my meditation and try sort of spiritual side with my ego to one side. And And it's not because today I felt like I was being egotistic or a little bit all about myself. It was more because I've had quite a lot of personal stuff going on, and I wanted to just remove it and get on with my spiritual side. And shadow work is a lot about that. We all have a shadow side, and we will always have it. We can't just go, oh, I've dealt with that, I've sorted it, because the shadow side is our human side, our ego side, and it will kick in, because when emotions kick in, the shadow side will pop in as well. But it's a lot of people, and I think I know Kate May's done something on this, I think, hasn't she, in an earlier show. Some psychics work much more closely with it and want to understand their shadow side, so work with it. I have actually got a pack of cards somewhere that shows you what your shadow side is to yourself and how you can deal with it, because it does change. It changes with your moods. I've just picked Olivia, number 11, balance, which is quite ironic, because the shadow side is balancing your ego side and your spiritual sides, and understanding when your shadow self is coming in. And is your shadow self coming in for your best intentions, or if you're working spiritually, for your clients' best intentions, or has it come in because you're being egotistic? So I probably am not the best person to give good deep advice on it, but my experience with it is understanding it, acknowledging it, not beating yourself up about it if you feel that shadow side has crept in a bit too much, because I think we do need it, hence the balance card. We need it to remind ourselves that we are human beings, and we have to still work. We will act like them, but also it's a nice reminder of, if you understand it, of knowing when it's slipping in when you're working spiritually. There'd be some would say, and I'm not disrespecting anybody, and people might not like it, but some will say that there's been some psychics, and I've experienced it myself when I've been privately to people, that use their shadow or egotistic side to give the reading. So the reading wasn't for your benefit, it was more for theirs. And that's when you have to understand your shadow self. So Olivia, that's probably the best I could give you on that. But the balance card itself is showing me that's what shadow work is definitely all about. Understanding it, acknowledging it, and making sure it doesn't creep in and overcome. The balance needs to be healthy, but we all need a shadow or darker side. We all need it. It's what balances us. So I hope that helps. Hello, lovely Marcus. And Marcus is on tomorrow night. So is that live with Deb Clark? What, doing live with Spirit? No. So lovely Marcus and lovely Deb doing the live with Spirit. See, I've advertised without even putting the adverts up. Hello, Tree. There's a tree name. Betty's barking. Boom, boom. Hi, Hannah. Is that Hannah? Hi, Kirsty Coden. I'm terrible with names, people. Hello, Sylvia. That's wicked, doing that to that dog, Sylvia. Please, may I have a card, Jane? Go on, Anne, as you asked so nicely. Hasn't anyone got any nice, like, Christmassy things? Christmas, like jokes or little funny stories, or no? Well, we will. If anyone's got something they're worried about building up to Christmas. Do you know what I've learnt though, and I can't believe I haven't actually finished my Christmas shopping. I don't know how. Well, online's brilliant, isn't it? But I learnt last year, when we couldn't do half the things we wanted to do and go out, I learnt not to spend so much, and I learnt that it isn't about it. Not being around loved ones made you realise it's not about the money and the presents, because also we don't want to, no disrespect to people that do it, but you don't want to be seeing people's pictures of all the presents under the tree, because some people aren't as privileged and lucky to have that. Recognition and reward I've got for Anne, number 3. As lovely as it may look, we have to be mindful there's a lot of people out there that still can't do that, especially where there's been such hardship over the last 2 years. But I learned that my grandchildren and my own children didn't feel any different about me, whether they had big and expensive presents or not. It is about the love in the family, and it is about you know, you could buy something so cheap if it's what they wanted, and that's all they care about. They're not interested in the price tags, and if they are, well, then we're maybe not bringing them up the right way. So I learned a lot about myself in the times we've had to be mindful and where not to overspend. I mean, I still overspend at times, don't get me wrong. So Anne, recognition and reward. When I turned that over, I got a bit of a feeling that I felt like I was going up the stairs backwards. And anyone that knows about my broken leg, I can't even go up the stairs front way. So, but I feel like something's pulling you back from something. You're not. I can't quite explain what I mean. I feel like there's steps in the way. You know when they say, "Oh, take each step slowly and it'll get better." I feel like yours is pulling you backwards. It's like you're going backwards because you can't face what's going on. It's a really strange sensation. I feel pulled. I've pulled a card. Boom boom. But no, I feel pulled. I feel like you're being pulled somewhere. Let me know if that's making sense. I don't know if I've mentioned that I've got cracker in my head. I feel like you are being pulled in two directions, and that feeling of going backwards up the steps is in a way of not having to deal with something, or fed up with people bringing that to your door. Because the recognition and rewards is almost, it's backwards. That's backwards to me. I don't feel that there is anything. It's like no one's recognizing the situation that's going on. Let me know if that's making sense, Anne, because I'm trying to get what I just keep getting cracker. I want to pull a cracker. I feel like I'm being pulled away. It's a very strange sensation. And I don't know if that's a Christmas situation that's coming up now where I've mentioned cracker. So that's a cracker. But yeah, that's what I feel. There's a sensation of you being pulled backwards or pulled in two ways, and you're literally turning your back, because if you turn your back, it's like you don't have to acknowledge it, or you don't have to deal with it. But there's a situation around you. It's making me feel quite lightheaded. I'm feeling quite unsteady on my feet. I just feel the whole thing is starting to go round and round, and there is no recognition at the moment because you don't want to be involved in this. You want to be away from it. Not a very cheery card for you there, Anne, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that. That said, there is lots of purple in it and lots of red, which tells me, again, sometimes we're on our own worst enemies. The sensation I get there is you could quite easily step away and actually, step to one side. Be mindful if you are on those steps, though, and recoup or reevaluate. You don't need to be in this mix. That's what I'm going to say to you. Step away from it. I hope that makes sense. Lots of steps there. I'm expecting the group to come on now. Stop. Should we have Christmas music in the background, Mr. P? No, we can't, because that would be Facebook shutting us down as well. What about if I sing it? Oh, come on then. Give me something else. Come on, people. Give me some jokes. Has Anne responded to that? Hi, is that Sasha? Yeah. It's a very strong sensation I'm getting of being pulled. But because you're going up the steps around it, I am feeling that the steps, it's a doing that you can come out of. So that sometimes I feel that I want to forward, but I'm going backwards. Yeah. Step aside. I don't want you to go forward or backwards. So it does make sense to you. Thank you, Anne. I want you to step aside. I want, like when they say think out the box, or step out the box, or in our case, when we're talking spirit, they sort of step to one side. I want you to do that and almost look into the situation from a different perspective, or because there's something pulling you, and it could be your own thoughts and actions, but I do feel there's something else as well. You need to come away from it. There's a lot of people put on a lot of people, and a lot of situations we get stuck into, and then we need to step out. We all need a good shake up. That's what we should have done, a little exercise class, and then we need a good little shake. Yeah, we do. We all need a little shake up, shake it all out. That's what I say to people, though, when you are feeling unsure. go, I know it might sound crazy, but go and put yourself in a room and give your body a good shaking down and get rid of all that negative energy, and just step to one side and see how it would look if you were looking from a different perspective. So, anyone else, Mr. P? I've said hello to Shasha. Good evening, sorry, Beta Tara Angels. Hello, lovely Ellie. Hope you're getting on with all your... Oh, I did see you've moved now. You've said goodbye to your lovely house. And you would love a card, so I'm going to give Ellie a card because she's got lots going on, lots of exciting things going on. Partnerships and alliances, number 3, Mr. P. So, lovely Ellie, I've got to think about this one because obviously I follow you and I see what's going on with you. So I know you've got lots of exciting stuff going on anyway. So I'm not going to be cheeky and talk about stuff you have got. But there is lots going on for you, and there's quite a lot of exciting stuff going on for you. Why am I getting what's she got in the background? Sunflower. Right, I'm not going to say that either. But what is it about sunflowers with you, Ellie? There's something really big about sunflowers. Are you drawing some kind of emblem at the moment, some business logo for this new venture? I've got a massive, massive sunflower around you. She's put them on the picture as well. What is it? Do you like them? Because it's just this sunflower is massive. I mean, you could say it's you because you've always got that lovely smiling face. But the sunflower, I'm being pulled to sunflower. And also, this is going to sound crazy, someone's blending something down for you. If you've been using some herbal remedies or someone's made something for you, because I'm also seeing some kind of seeding or flower. I'm not very good with the herbal stuff. Don't tell my sister-in-law that. She's a homeopath. I am to the aromatherapy side, but not when you're making actual... But I'm seeing someone blending something for you. I was literally just thinking about this card, laugh out loud. What partnerships and alliances? That's mad. But are you doing something with... Is someone making something with sunflowers for you? Or are you doing something with sunflowers? It's obvious it's something you like. It's my spirit guide. What, the sunflower? Oh, my God. Well, I just feel they're making something for her. Whether it's obviously in a visional way, but I feel that this is for your health. This is something that's going to enhance you, but I do feel it's something to do with your new venture overseas as well. This is something quite... Yes, my friend from my brain. Okay, right. Okay, that's touching my brain. Sorry. Oh, that's quite... It's just all around you at the moment, Ellie. It's really... It's like lots of sunflowers. It's going round and round. Is it working? That's what I want to say. Is it working? Because it certainly is massive around you. I can't really get anything past the sunflower. I want to sort of try and move it to one side, and it's not doing. It's just there constantly. I do see you. I know you've wrote a book. I know you've. Are you making cards? I've just got something. Is she doing cards? I have also booked in a sunflower tattoo. Look, Ellie, I can't get rid of this sunflower. It's like massive. I feel like it's beating me around the head. It's so big around me. It's like sunflower, sunflower, sunflower. I don't know if you're thinking about doing it. Mr. Peace just said in my ear he's told you to do it. I see cards or some kind of design, and it's got the sunflower on the back. You know, like, I mean, these are quite boring, the John Holland ones. It's just got that. It's like this great big sunflower staring out at me. I don't know if it's something you're thinking about doing. I don't know what your new venture is. It's quite funny because although I know where you're heading, I expect you want to keep that quite private. I don't blame you as well. Yes, it totally works. The sunflower is so huge in my life. It's what leads the way for me. It is massive. I actually feel like I've just been overcome with sunflowers. They're like talking sunflowers. It's just so big around you that, you know, seeing like a blend being made for you. I'm seeing it on a back of a pack of cards. It's definitely something. I'm going to say it is cards, and it not necessarily tarot either. it's something different. It's a little bit quirky. It's a little bit more unusual. I'm seeing it on emblems. I'm seeing it on, it's just everywhere. It's obviously something that you are going to be working, as it is massive in your life, massively with in this new adventure that you've got planned in the new year. And that, and this hasn't come from just today and reading. When I see you put up that you were doing this, you know, what you were doing, which is a massive step, I actually felt such a massive glow around that. I thought, oh my God, you know, I wish I'd been on this path a lot longer, a lot earlier properly, because I wish I'd done things so much differently. But what an amazing adventure. I got nothing but a warm glow around that. So I know that's going to really work well for you. I've launched my Soulful Sunflower Affirmation deck. She's beaten me with these sunflowers, but my tarot is out next year. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm seeing, the affirmation then, because it didn't look tarot and it didn't look oracle, but I couldn't quite work on what I was seeing on it. My Soulful Sunflower deck came out in October. Oh, I'm going to look for that. I'm going to look for that and see if it's making sense to me, because it's massive what I'm seeing. Exciting. Well, Ellie, all I'm going to say to you then is that sunflower is definitely working for you. It's got you through. You've had a tough year, but also you've had some amazing stuff happening in the year, and your venture has given me nothing but a warm glow. But and she's definitely coming. Oh, that, and Ellie, I'll get to meet you in person at SPTV's event in March, which is lovely. So that is great. I'm looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to seeing your adventure, because it excites me. So thank you, Ellie. I've got like that now, like a sunflower. You know when they used to do on kids' programs with the smiley face? Well, you probably don't, but you know, I'm one of them mums that's had to sit and watch it. Hi, Jodie. Good evening. More flowers. I'm inundated. Hello, Millie. Hi, Jane. My question is my new love interest a golden? Sorry, Millie. Of course, a golden egg, or a good? Oh no, I'll see it out. A good un or a wrong un? Will it work out or not? Oh, how funny. Wrong un. I haven't heard that for a while. Wrong un. I was working with my lovely lady yesterday, and I'm teaching. I'm not working, but in come this lovely man spirit, and I used the word badass. She won't mind if she's watching, because I'm not giving any names, but I laughed and went, I mean, I would talk like a wrong un, you're a wrong un, but I said badass is not really my thing, and I said, well, didn't you run and use that? And she went, yeah, he would have called himself a badass, and so did her friend. But it was funny, because wrong un I haven't heard for a while. Firm foundation I've got for you, number 4. Lovely. You know the answer to this one, Millie. There's a little niggling feeling in you that's burning away, telling you that he's doing something that you're not quite happy with. But I'm going to be quite brutally frank with this. No one's perfect. And the thing that you're looking around, it may not be as bad as you think, because no one is perfect. You are not going to find a perfect 100% person, as they are not going to fit seeing you. We've all got flaws and we've all got faults. That's what makes us so unique. So for me, stop looking for the wrong and bit and just enjoy the good bit. Because when you meet someone, you shouldn't be thinking, oh, is this the one? You should be just going with it and going with the flow. And I can say this because I've been married twice. So I know now. You've just got to enjoy it. You cannot overthink these things. You enjoy how you feel. Excuse me. If you're enjoying your time with somebody, it doesn't even matter. And it doesn't even matter if they're wrong, and if you're enjoying it. It's when you are misguided. It's when you know they're doing things that are not acceptable. It's things like that creep in, that then you think, oh, hang on, this isn't fun no more, step away. We're all too easily get into a situation and make excuses. You've just put yes, so true, Jane. I don't know if that's because I'm saying just enjoy it, or because you're looking for imperfections. I think you're looking for imperfections. Firm foundations, we all know, it's a very strong, it's where our base chakra is. It's where we ground ourselves. Ground yourself, but enough to also enjoy yourself. Go with it, enjoy it. Don't look at, even if he leaves the toothpaste off, so what? I leave the lid off the toothpaste now because I've got to pump one, so I just chuck the lids away. It's easier. Don't look for faults. Just enjoy it. You won't the more people put the energy in the beginning, thinking of, starting to plan long term, it's a little bit almost stalkershy, psycho in a way, because you're not enjoying those first bits of moment. You're not, if you've already booked the wedding, got the kids booked and everything else planned, you've just skipped all that fun bit. So enjoy him. Firm foundations is telling me it's good grounding, but you could be your own worst enemy and destroy that if you're looking for faults. Not everyone's perfect. And yes, people in your life has probably disappointed you in the past, but that doesn't mean he has to be like that. So just enjoy it, is what I'm saying to you, Millie. And I hope that makes sense. Poor bloke. My teeth are falling out now, Mr. P. I haven't had a drink today. I've just been trying to do the last of my Christmas stuff. So, who else have we got? Is anyone liking it? Come on, people. Like SPTV. Not even if you like me, but you'll get some great people on as well. Heidi, did you know that Santa's not allowed to go down chimneys this year? It was declared unsafe by the Health and Safety Commission. No, I didn't, Heidi. Bloody Health and Safety, eh? What's up with them? Here's a funny thing. Shouldn't laugh. But in work the other day, the charity come round to give out crisps and chocolate biscuits to us, because that's what they do in the NHS. They make us fat and eat loads of horrible food. But they came round to cheer us all up because it's been so tough. And the Alf came in with it, and I went, "Where's Santa in your sleigh?" And they all just looked at me. So they obviously weren't enjoying being dressed up. So I thought I'd better give it a miss. My sense of humour is not appreciated in there, I don't think. Hi, Linda. Stop singing. Is that Mistletoe and Wine you're singing, or Santa Claus is coming to town? Oh. Martine, tomorrow's my birthday. Any message today? Thank you. Happy birthday is your message, Martine. Why do you want a message today if your birthday's tomorrow? All right, all jokes aside, Martine, you're looking for somebody. You want to connect with somebody there, don't you? Let's see what card I can get. Right, I don't know if this is for you. This lady came in earlier. She's blonde, got hair to about here. I think it's here. Hair to about here. I don't know why my thing's cutting out. And possibly quite a short, severe fringe. I'm not going to say it's badly cut, but I can't work out. But this is a woman. Let me know. I mean, I know we joked and we shouldn't joke, but we are trying to get into the mood. We did mean wish you a happy birthday for tomorrow, but I guess you are looking for somebody. I've just picked you Stand Your Ground number 7. Is it up there, Mr. P? This woman is I'm getting 2 names. I'm getting the name Sarah. Oh, I normally get the old names. We all love a Margaret, don't we? We like to throw that one out, but I've got Sarah. Let me know if Mark is relevant to you, Martin, because he is still around me. This woman's got hair to about here. It's quite straight, has a slight kink in it. She's got a fringe. She is. It's very hard to age her. Possibly my age. I look so young, but she could have been a bit younger. And the Stand Your Ground is telling me there's something. I've got something going on with my stomach as well with this person. It's going over and over. My stomach's quite uncomfortable. I don't know if there was something wrong with their upper part of their stomach. But the Stand Your Ground is something. There's something going on in around you. I am getting a child involved in this, and I feel that this woman is saying to me, you must make sure you don't give in. And I don't know if that's making any sense to you. The stomach, what's going on in my stomach? That's all I'm getting. The Stand Your Ground. You've got to make sure you don't give in. You've got to stay strong on this. That's the only message I'm getting from this woman. Let me know. Is Martine still on, Richard? She answered, because this woman, okay, so it's Sarah Mark. I've got Sarah, this woman, I don't know if she's called Sarah, but she's given me Sarah Mark. She's blonde to about here. There's a problem with my stomach area. And I'm being shown something red. There's something red, and it's in a house, and I can't. It feels like some kind of, well, it is Christmas. But this is something red. Something's laid out red. It looks like some kind of cloth thing. She's showing it to me. It's some kind of family thing, I think, that's been passed down. I don't know if it's something people get out for Christmas, or you've got something of this person's and it comes out at Christmas. It's being laid down. It's red. It looks embroidered. Let us know. But Martine, enjoy your birthday. Don't be downhearted if it's not the person you wanted to come out. We've said this before. Spirit have they like to play games at Christmas as well, I expect. But they just, if you don't hear from somebody that you truly want to hear from, that doesn't mean they don't care, and it doesn't mean they're not with you, but they are always with you. Your loved ones are always with you. It's just certain people try and jump that queue and get out and get messages out, or there's a relevance to the message that wants to come out. But never be disappointed, anyone that's watching, that you don't get to, a message from your loved one. They are with you, always with you. You can talk to them yourself. You can think about them yourself. They will show signs. You should always remember that. You don't need to speak to people like us, really. Just put everyone out of business, and I'm Mr. P. But you can actually just sit and think of them and talk to them yourself, and you will get an acknowledgement back. There would be a sign if you look for it. You've just got to be open to it. So I hope that helps, Martine. My stomach's killing me with this woman, so I don't know what it was. So, hello, lovely Kaylee. She's lovely, isn't she? Hi, Mick Hayward. Will I get to go home very soon? Oh, Kimbo. I will say it's nice to see you upright in a picture, Kimbo. There you go. Yeah, Kimbo. There's something. You've been giving me backache. Keep watching you laying like that. So it's good to see you up. It's good to see you smiling. Will you get home? I was thinking about you the other day. It's not going to be this side of Christmas, and you've got patience, number 14, and I think you've been very patient, haven't you? But it's not going to be this side of Christmas. I don't know much about the restrictions out there. It's that side, isn't it? That's why you're struggling to get in. That's what I'm getting. It's not even been this side. You could have got. It's really funny. I want to say go around a different route. Have you tried a different route to get back home? But I just feel the restrictions are that side. They're not UK restrictions. They're that side that's stopping you getting home, which seems bizarre because it's your home. It does seem bizarre. And I do know you've been very patient. Obviously, we've talked privately, so I know that you've been very patient to get home. It's not going to be this side of Christmas. That's for sure. And I know a lot of people are uncertain at the moment of what's going on because of current things that are changing on the news. But we need to just keep going and just keep smiling and just, if you through gritted teeth. But it's the other side, Kimbo. There's something stopping it the other side. Something tells me I want you to go and investigate something. I feel like something's not being ticked off. I don't know if it's your paperwork, but I want you to go and recheck or get someone to recheck. So I feel like there's something being missed, something very simple, and it should have been dealt with by now. Truthfully, I feel like this has gone on for you a little bit too long. Yes, tried that way. It's Philippines, and you can't do that either, because I'm getting told go round the back door. Go round. Yes, all right, Mr. P. I know I said we were going to have it entertaining tonight. But we're both laughing, Kimbo. It's my dirty mind, and he's picking up on it. Obviously, he's psychic as well, remember, with his fake cards. I just feel there's another way around it. Yes, Philippines, I get that, but there's another way around it. But also, I want you to get someone to check your paperwork. There's something missing. There's either something missing or something that's been overlooked out there. Yes, they just had a super typhoon. Well, that hasn't washed your paperwork away, has it? So because Philippines have had that typhoon, you can't go that way. I want you to try harder, and please don't take offence to this. You can Zoom me later if you want, and shout at me. But I want you to try harder. There's something very simple is holding you back now. It's time you took back the reins and found out what's going on. And when I say simple, I'm not being disrespectful to anyone that's watching that thinks, oh, hang on, we're all struggling to get abroad or do things. That's not what I'm saying. I feel that something's been missed or it's got a little bit of a plateau, and I want you to go round another route, even if it's another route of how you get home. But it's time to take back control and get your feet back in the place that you live in. Okay? And I get weather conditions are not ideal and not flying. But I mean, I landed in Canada once in a tornado. The plane went one way. We landed on the runway and it went a different way. It was a little bit worrying at the time, but anyone that's been on holiday with me will tell you that it's not recommended to go on holiday with me. Bear that in mind, everyone coming to the weekend away in March. But yeah, I want you to try another route, Kimbo. I want you to brush yourself down, and I think you're getting a little bit of a plateau with this, and I know you're desperate to get home, but I think you've also got a little bit stalemate with it. Go and re-look at other options. Go and get help if you have to. Go and find someone that can look at other options. It is time you went home, but it's not going to be this side of Christmas. Well, it's not going to be this year. It's a very expensive medical from here. Okay, but if you want to go home, you'll find a way now. It sounds a little bit like No Place Like Home, in it, the Dorothy on the old film that comes out every Christmas, The Wizard of Oz. There is no magician, there is no wizard when you get there. It's what you do. It's what I said earlier about manifesting what you want. For me now, I want to say to you, find another route, find another way. And you know what now? Expense, it's always say expense isn't the option, is no option, because you still got to have the money to do it. But I want you to be more assertive with this now and look at it, because it is time you went home, and it's the way it's going. It's still not going to be this year, and it's been too long for you. All right, Kimbo? Go and dust yourself off and get out there, see what you can find. Aim, I have such a large family and loads that pass, yet no one ever comes through. Is it something I'm doing wrong as to why they don't come through, please? No, it's not, Aim. I've just said that. It's not anything anyone's doing. Sometimes we're so desperate to speak to a loved one, so desperate, and we think, why? And it's because it's not because of us, and it's not because of them. Sometimes it's because you're really maybe not ready. You think you are, or maybe they're not ready to show themselves. As much as we get spirit come through and connect, and like I said, I work loosely as a medium, is the way I'm going to say it. I don't work on a full-time basis. I don't do platform mediumship, but spirit choose me. I don't choose spirit. It's very rare I've brought somebody through for somebody because they've asked me. When I'm sitting with them and they've told me, I may get a connection. My lady last night, like I said, we both laughed. I wasn't even meant to be bringing anyone in. I'm working as her teacher, not as her reader. So, and again, when I did the last Sunday sofa, before we went live, I brought someone through for one of my regular clients, but who's also a friend. She asked me to do that when she lost this person, and I refused, and he still chose me when he was ready to come through. So there's no rhyme or reason to how spirit choose. It is, for me anyway, that's how I see it. And it's nothing you're doing wrong, and it's nothing the medium's doing wrong. It's just spirit. And if you imagine how many people are around us, that you said you've lost loads yourself, but in general, how much spirit is around us all, different spirit, our generations of going back, and ancestors, they're all queuing to get something out. And some of them, people say, oh, they don't come out no more because they passed 20 years ago. They'll come out if they've got something to say. They'll come out if they've got a message. But there is no time frame on it, because to them, there's no time. We have discussed this before. I think Rich has done an experiment on it, where is the time, I think we asked it in the trance experiments, is there really a time frame when they've passed? I believe there's not. I believe it's infinity. There is no time. What's 3 weeks, 3 years, 3 decades to them, to us, is actually only now to them. So it's not because they're not coming through because you've done something wrong. I will say, I'm going to put your card in because I've just got it. I think you're a little bit nervous. as much as you would love a message, there's an element that's telling me there's a little bit of a blockage. I've got that blockage back again. I must be thinking of all the people eating all their Christmas food. But I do feel you're a little bit nervous at the moment. And it may be that they know that you're not ready to truly have that message, because what you'll need, and this is what I truly feel you're going to need that person to come through. I've got temptation for you, number 15. That person that's going to come through has got to show some real strong evidence, and the evidence has got to be very personal to you. Now, loads of people say, oh yeah, but we do give evidence, and other people, and especially people that get the evidence, will say, well, that wasn't enough evidence. There isn't an acceptable amount of evidence. Mediums all work differently. Some mediums get names, other mediums just get they don't bring out names, but they bring out years or certain things. Everyone works differently. It's not because of the spirit, it's just the way we channel it. And I feel with you, it's just relaxing a bit, and then someone will say she's ready now to come through. The temptation, when you look at that card, see, like you've got the key, he's got the key. It's almost like you're turning your back saying, I want to hear it, but I don't want to hear it. And when I hear it, I want to hear it good, and I want to make sure it's real. And even you're saying that no one has come through. I do feel someone has given you a message before. I just don't think you've understood it enough, or it wasn't what you wanted to hear. So please don't think in any way it's you. It's just how it works, but you do need to be more open to it. And that's in no way I'm being judgmental, but I do feel at the moment you're a little bit closed. So I hope that helps. And the temptation there, I'd say, is more to be tempted to be negative about it than positive. Open up, be positive. Someone will come through. And to anyone else that's watching and thinking that, because I know that question comes out a lot in different ways, doesn't it? My dad passed 4 years ago. He comes to me when I'm asleep, because I would struggle to see him alive. Now you'd think, me alive, awake I should say, you'd think I'd be quite happy with that being the way I work, but I think it's because he's my dad, and he never really understood my work. And also I've got that little girl element where I think I'm disappointing him, so he comes when I'm asleep because it's easier for me to cope with him and get messages. Lots of my visions and lots of things that I need to sort out in the day come when I'm asleep anyway, because obviously it's my more quiet state. My meditations I get more from my clients, or a message if I'm trying to think of something more personal. And Ellie says, I think it is also how the message is relayed to. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's what I was getting at. Because I work more psychically and I use all my abilities, although spirit come through, and obviously spirit I think is working for me psychically, I sometimes struggle to put the picture together. So when I'm getting someone through, I always seem to get names. I do love a name, so they do give me their names. But when I'm trying to put it together, because it's not, I think people think we get it so easy, and I think Ellie would agree. I think people think we just get everything thrown at us, and it's not. They make us work to do it. They don't give us all that information. They make us work, and different readers and mediums work differently to how they get that information, because we've got to decipher it. It's a bit like Morse code, but in the spirit world, we've got to work it out. So if we give that message wrong, and that's not intentional, or the person doesn't understand it, there's a crossover of wires. But that doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means either the person's not acknowledging it, or the person giving it hasn't quite given it in the right way. So it's not an easy thing to do. I think people think it's a gift. Like I said, I hate the word gift. It's a gifted thing, and we do it so naturally. It truly isn't. And mediumship, you have to work a lot harder at making sure you're doing that right, especially as you're giving out messages for the loved one. Priscilla Gibson, I was wondering if you can give me any advice on my relationship with my mother. Okay. Okay then. I got heart chakra for you, number 4, Priscilla. I've got quite a fuzzy head feeling around this, Priscilla. I feel quite feel a little bit affecting my ears. How can I put it? I feel like, not drunk. I feel very fuzzy. I feel very lightheaded. My ears feel very funny. I feel off balance. I feel very unsteady in my cognitive behaviour. I'm wondering if it's either you or your mum is struggling at the moment anyway with this area physically. This isn't just on the emotional and mental well-being. Physically, this is. But also with the heart chakra, I think it says it for itself. Sometimes, whether we love our parents or our parents love us, whether we love our children or our children love us, it doesn't always work that way. It doesn't look like we do. It doesn't show. Sometimes it's not shown the way the recipient wants to see it, but it doesn't mean it's still not there. I do feel there's a. I don't know if this fuzziness is the relationship unbalance as well, but from the heart deep inside, it is there. For some reason, it's almost like it's not wired up right, and when it doesn't come out properly, I don't feel there's a lot of love shown to you, Priscilla. I hope that's not me speaking out of turn. I do feel that your mum can be quite a harsh person, and there's areas where you just can't relate because you don't see yourself in her. You don't see your characteristics the same as her. But that doesn't mean deep down in that heart she doesn't care. It's just the way she deals with her day-to-day situations. I do feel there's something quite deep, and I'm going to be very careful here because we're live. There's something quite deep back on that as well for your mum. It's not her reading, so it'd be unfair to talk about that. And I think with your relationship with your mother, one of the things I often tell people is try not to resent the things that they don't do or don't say, and try and look for the stuff that they do and say, and try and look for the good instead of the bad, and never compare yourself to them. Because even though we birth our children, the whole reason is so that they are the whole new different human being with their own different ways and agendas. She's an addiction. Would that be the fuzziness? That would make sense on the fuzziness. But again, her addiction doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Addiction's a very it's an illness, it's a disease. I think there's a lot of love going on in there. It's just hard to see. You can't change your mum's addiction either. That's something she has to do. So your relationship will be staggered. But that heart chakra is telling me you've got to think from the heart. You've got to. She's still your mum. Doesn't mean you have to like what she is at the moment, where she will always be an addict. I think people misunderstand that. You're always an addict. You've got to remember, though, there's still a heart there. She is still your mum. She does still care, and you still care about her. But you can't change her addiction, and she can't stop it until she's ready. So you've got to make sure there's boundaries in place for you, for your own sanity. I have had addiction. I mean, I lost someone in my family to addiction back in September. It's very hard. It's very hard to accept that someone destroys their life that way. But it doesn't mean you love them any less, and it doesn't mean they love you any less. So for you, I want you to make sure it doesn't involve you, overcome you. But just remember, she is still your mum, and deep down inside, that heart is still there. It's her addiction, not yours. Okay, Priscilla? I don't know what the prob is. Addiction is probably, yeah. Probably. Right. I'm going to do one more quick one. I'll do 200,000 more quick ones. We'll be on till midnight. Samara, is that Samara? Should I try to strengthen friendships with people that have stepped back, or should I try to make new friends? Right, Samara, I don't even need to pick a card for this. Okay, it's simple. With people step back, did they step back or did you step back? Because sometimes we overthink things, and we think people are being funny, and they're being funny with us. So we actually, without realising it, step back, and then they think we're being funny, and before you know it, we've all had a bit of a funny situation going on. You've got to ask yourself, are you being, again, I'm not being in any way derogative or putting anyone down. Have you been oversensitive about something, or have they actually done something that you're not happy about? there's a difference between stepping back. People don't step back with no reason. There's always an agenda. There's always something going on. And it's either because we've done something or they've done something. The question is finding out how or why. And you know, in life, people will come and go in your life. They can stay for years and go, and they can stay for short periods and go. That is part of our life journey, to have these people come into our life for whatever reason, to show us lessons or show us friendships at that time. So there are reasons people do come out of our life. I got base chakra for you, number 1. So that's standing your ground. That's getting your feet back on your ground. So if you want to strengthen a relationship with somebody, and when I say want because it will benefit you, then do so. But if you found that it was a one-way relationship and it wasn't benefiting you anyway, think about what you're missing while they've been gone, or think about what you aren't missing while they've been gone, actually, and then realize, because this is quite personal to me. I've had 2 very good friends. I thought they were very good friends, and I say they stepped back, but I probably stepped back as well. And it does, like I said, you've got to both think out the box and think, oh, was it a bit of me? Was it a bit of them? But the one thing I did learn out of it, whether it was a bit of me, I was going through something anyway, and you know, I needed my friends. I didn't need to be stabbed in the back. It's what I wasn't missing that I realised actually they needed to go, because they actually weren't. One of them in particular wasn't actually particularly nice about me behind my back. So why? And I was always the one that made the move to strengthen that or do something about it. And what I've learned now is my circle might be smaller, but at least now I'm with people that do not make me feel uncomfortable, do not belittle me, or just generally, you know, not support me in anything you do. So there's the answer to that, Samara, with the base chakra. Stand your ground, be firm on your feet, and work out what it is you want to strengthen. Because sometimes we miss people, but it's a neediness. It's that ego thing I talked about earlier. We miss just having them because we think we should. But actually, if they weren't bringing anything to the table, we're missing nothing. And if they're not doing a balanced relationship where we even it out and balance each other out, then there's nothing to build on, because you'll only be giving and they will be taking. So I hope that makes sense. And you will always meet new people and make new friends. Don't ever think you won't. It's because sometimes when we shut the door and cut the ties on old things, and that's in anything, whether it be a job, whether it be relationships with friends, family, or love, you know, our partners, we will find other people when we cut the ties, because it's like with the tarot card, the death card, people fear it, but death means out with the old and in with the new, saying goodbye to the old and bringing in the new. We have to leave it behind to find a fresh start. So you will find new friends that are right for you at this time, because it could be you've outgrown each other, and that's all it is. So I hope that makes sense, Samara, and good luck in enjoying your new friends. So, Mr. P, I'm done. It's 9:25, and I'm going home, people. Well, I am home, but I'm going to do some more packing of my parcels, because I'm on a shift early in the morning. So, we didn't do no adverts, but I did promote. Well, I promoted Marcus and Deb anyway, didn't I? So tomorrow, Live with Spirit, 8 o'clock UK time. It'll be Deb Clark and Marcus. So that'd be good to watch. I will be back in a month, because I do it 4 weekly. So that'll be in the new year. Me and Polly will be back, but it won't be Boxing Day, will it? So me and Polly will be back with the Sunday Sofa in the new year. But we do have a special by popular demand and request. We have a special on the 8th of January. The Sunday Sofa will be filmed in the evening, not in the daytime. It will be done via Zoom, because it's going to be what we call that late show, where there'll be no bars. Actually, we will be ourselves, because Mr. P reins us in all the time. So if anyone wants to join in that, it would be Zoom. Look forward to that on the 8th of January. So that will be private on Zoom. It'll be 9:30 on Sunday, so we won't be filming in the daytime. We will be filming that on Zoom. So get yourselves onto the page, start liking and sharing, and you can come in and see me and Polly in full swing. Some of you have met us in person, so you know what we're like. But yeah, that should be fun. So oh yeah, okay. And we will be looking at a small audience if people want to come along, which we know they're going to be, don't we, Heidi, Tina? If you're still watching. But yeah, that will be fun. And some of you have seen me and Polly anyway live, and I've had the pleasure of watching Polly trance live. So that will be something to look forward to. But on that note, everybody, try and enjoy your Christmas. Don't argue with anyone. Don't be around anyone you don't want to be. Don't worry about people that are upsetting you. You do what's right for you and you will blossom. So Merry Christmas. No, Heidi, Santa's not coming down my chimney either. Don't eat too much. Well, go on, why not? And we will see you in the new year. So take care, everyone. Much love.
Spiritual Psychics TV. Online. Spiritual Psychics TV isn't just an online broadcasting service, we also offer many features via our website. SPTV offers a unique directory that uses geolocation to find your nearest reader or venue, just by using your postcode. The Academy section allows anyone to upload and create their own spiritual courses within minutes. For those who like to read, then our online magazine area will offer just that. The SPTV shop enables anyone to start their online shop, be it to sell used or new items. You can also find our schedule and information about our shows.
Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.